Okay, people, so let me tell you something. So, Snoop Dogg and Tom Brady, you know what I'm saying? They both mentioned in the same conversation. And the audio that I'm about to play, you know what I'm saying, which is going to be fair use, I want you guys to understand that it's something mentioned about an 11-year-old or 11 something. You all know what 11 means. 11 means foundation. Not only that, didn't Snoop Dogg and Snoop Dogg's wife get get promoted to Def Jam West Coast? Ooh, you ain't hear me. You ain't hear me. Y'all did not hear me. Didn't Snoop Dogg and Snoop Dogg's wife get promoted to the hip hop new artists in recruitment of Def Jam West Coast? Well, that ain't nothing big. You got to understand, people. That ain't nothing big that they got promoted to. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, hey, they use, you know what I'm saying, people like Snoop Dogg to recruit, you know what I'm saying, the little rappers that's coming up, see Snoop Dogg and see all of Snoop Dogg's AKA so-called accomplishments. They said, oh, Snoop Dogg done accomplished this. He done made Billboard chart topping hits. I was signed by Snoop Dogg. That'll bring people to Def Jam, won't it? That will bring people to Def Jam. So tell me, people, what is it that, you know what I'm saying, that um he got to do with Tom Brady? Well, I'm gonna play some audio, yeah, and I'm gonna say, fair use. For all you people, this is fair use.
Promo. All right, and Snoop Dogg once gave Tom Brady's son a course on exotic dances. His son was only 11 at the time, by the way. And here's Tom Brady.
So Snoop Dogg once gave Tom Brady's son. His son was only 11. You hear that? Snoop Dogg once gave Tom Brady's son, whose son was 11. 11 represents what, people? Foundation. So, Tom Brady's son is Tom Brady's platform to stand on. He's the reason why Tom Brady is how good he's doing today. And Snoop Dogg giving Tom Brady's son this gift, you know what that tells me? That tells me that Snoop Dogg and Tom Brady are was and probably still is secretly in between the sheets. And I don't mean, you know what I'm saying, Carlton Sheets. For all y'all know who Carlton Sheets is. Back in the early 2000s, Carlton Sheets used to run television, daytime and nighttime television with his, you know what I'm saying, rebuilding and real estate course. You know what I'm saying? For all of you old school cats, you guys will know what I'm talking about when I say Carlton Sheets. You know what I'm saying? He used to sell his little real estate course for I think $100 and something dollars, and you can flip property and buy property. Yeah, that was Carlton Sheets. But you know what I'm saying? But this right here is the reason why they putting this out there in the media is because it's just letting you guys know that um, Tom Brady and Snoop Dogg is secretly together. It's secretly together. Well, they're not might probably not dating, but they sure enough had a lot of little incidents in between the sheets. Yes, they did. And I know a lot of people say, well, Snoop Dogg got all these kids. He like women. Listen, um, Nick Cannon got a lot of kids, right? You would think he like women. But why did Orlando Brown, he get on his knees in drag and slurped and gurped on Orlando Brown? Why did he do that? If he so-called love women. How about LL Cool J? If LL Cool J so-called love women, why is he messing with you know who's? You see, and so forth and so forth. I can keep going. 50 Cent mess with them too. You know what I'm saying? Rick Ross mess with them too. All of your celebrities mess with the you know who's. So if they so-called men and so-called like women, why do they do that? It's the energy. It's the energy. So why would Snoop Dogg be in the between the sheets with Tom Brady? It's the energy. Snoop Dogg want to get some of his son's energy. That's what that is. Because Tom Brady's big, right? He's big. He's the biggest thing smoking, right? And it's because of his 11-year-old boy, right? Snoop Dogg wanted to get some of that energy. Let me go ahead and finish hearing this.
Joining Tim Gray for an episode of their Let's Go podcast. Here's what was said.
So after the game that we won in Atlanta against the Rams, Snoop was there, and I brought my son was 11 at the time to the after party, and the game ended pretty late, so it was midnight.
Why? Listen. It's everything's 11 is foundation. This is Tom Brady telling you who and what his son means to him. His son means the world to him because he gained the world because of his son. Listen. Another thing, I guarantee you, his son is going to turn out to be, his son ain't gonna be nothing. Because when energy is siphoned from you, you become like what Corey Feldman is. Have you seen Corey Feldman lately? Is he doing anything worthwhile? No, he's drained out. Charlie Sheen done drained him and Corey Feldman and Corey Himes. Charlie Sheen done drained them to capacity. To capacity. Let's go ahead and hear some more.
It was in our hotel, so we had this little special spot on the stage. Well, Snoop had a pole up, and there were some girls. They were clothed, but at the same time, there was a pole, and my son he had his eyes open, and he was listening to music, and I said, Jack, cover your eyes. And he goes, Dad, I'm good. So it's
okay, why would you have your 11-year-old son around strippers or girls? Obviously they're strippers, because you said we was in a hotel and there was girls around and they was fully clothed. Why was they not supposed to be clothed? So that's telling me there was strippers. 11-year-old boy. Energy stealing. This is an energy stealing ritual, and Snoop knows it. Look what Snoop, let me tell you something. If you guys don't believe me, look what Snoop did to his own daughter. Look what Snoop did to his own daughter. His own daughter is going through mental health problems and schizophrenic. That's what stealing energy is all about. Soon as his daughter, you know what I'm saying, was rescued when she was almost about to commit suicide. You know what I'm saying? Look what happened. Soon after that, soon as his daughter went live, after that, like weeks later, he ends up getting promoted to what? Him and his wife ends up getting promoted to what? Heads of Def Jam West Coast hip hop division. It's all about energy. They use you to take your energy, people.
in the morning, and I'm like, holy cow. He tells his mother, I ain't gonna see this kid for a long time. But
Jack, my nephew Jack and the Beanstalk.
Would you be mad if your 11-year-old was out and went to a stripper party?
Let me tell you something. It's the same thing that Brother Polite did with his 14-year-old stepdaughter. Because that's basically his stepdaughter. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He was dating that 14-year-old's mama, right? So that's basically was Brother Polite's stepdaughter. And what did he do to his stepdaughter? He took his stepdaughter to a club. Then he took his stepdaughter back to the motel. Then he got his stepdaughter drunk. Then his stepdaughter passed out. Then he tried to force his Johnson in his stepdaughter's mouth. How you say he's trying to force his his Johnson in his stepdaughter's mouth? Because her mouth, the doctor said her mouth was swollen. Why would her mouth be swollen? He didn't punch her in it. He tried to force his Johnson in it. And it said her thighs, in between her thighs, was red and sore. You know what I'm saying? So him, Tom Brady, and Snoop Dogg done did something with this 11-year-old boy. His son. They get down like that, people. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys don't believe it because you know what I'm saying. This is kind of like your favorite. This your favorite, and your fans, and you know what I'm saying. You got to get over that fan stuff. You know what I'm saying. This is what goes on in Hollywood. But anyway, I think that's gonna wrap it up. But
I mean, it wasn't meant to be a stripper party, was it? You got to get out some context too. You made it seem like when they had the 11-year-old boy and it was planned and everything. Like, God dang.
Tom Brady just told the story of what happened.
Yeah, but that's not how you teased it. You teased it like that.
Nah, it just so happened to be that type of party when he was there. But Snoop, my son was around Snoop at 13, and I think my son was a little high.
oh Lord. DJ Envy said his son was around Snoop at around 13. Look, damn, so they just all exchanged children. You talking about, you know what I'm saying? You talking about there's sex trafficking in Hollywood. There's all sex trafficking amongst these little children. That's why Macaulay Culkin is the way he is. You know?
At that time too. I mean, it was a plan. But
I didn't say he was high. You just changed the whole narrative of this one.
What is wrong with y'all? Y'all not know how to explain these stories. You made it seem like Snoop passed from the blunt.
No, it was just
Secondhand smoke.
Right.
Yes.
Being around Snoop.
These guys are crazy. What's wrong with y'all?
But the women were clothed, so there just happened to be a stripper pole there. All right, well, that is your...
Of course the women was clothed because, you know what I'm saying, it wasn't all about the women. They wanted that boy. But anyway, people, this is news. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button. Touch on that notification bells. Hit that like button. What else? The donation link is in the description box below. Hit, you know what I'm saying? I'm your host. I'm your pastor, Mr. Michael Smith. Till next time, stay tuned. God bless you.